My name is Niaz. I'm 17 and a native of Bangladesh. A few months ago, I had a bunch of my friends over at my house. While we were hanging out, one of them said,
"Holy shit, man. Your dad knows Nelson Mandela?"
I was like, what the hell are you talking about, man? Nah, bro, that ain't Nelson Mandela.
Yo, that's definitely him.
Yo, son, didn't I see that guy in Roots? Yo, let me see that. I definitely saw that nigga in a textbook. Ain't that like that nigga Frederick Douglass or some?
Isn't Frederick Douglass that guy who invented peanut butter or something, right? I mean, how the is his dad gonna take a picture with him?
My family and I emigrated from Bangladesh in August of 1997. Our main reason for coming here was the better and higher education for me and my brother. On the first day of school, my teacher asked me where I was from. When I proudly answered Bangladesh, she asked me, where in India is that? And it wasn't long before the kids from my school and the neighborhood surpassed my teacher's ignorance. Soon I was being called a Hindu, an Arab, Gandhi, and countless other names. And much of it didn't make sense to me, because I don't think any one of us has ever seen a single Hindu Arab in this world. And I really couldn't find any justification of how being called Gandhi can be used in a derogatory or an offensive term. But most of all, I wasn't any of them. What made our culture and society so ignorant and apathetic about knowing our world? So I decided to hit the streets, test our youth to see if they could prove me wrong. Who is that?
Who's that? I'm thinking Nelson Mandela, but I don't know.
Martin Luther King, I'm not for sure.
All right.
Nope.
Is it Samuel L. Jackson?
Oh my God!
Is it really?
No, it's not.
No?
It's that guy, Sophie, what's coffee, something like that?
Black one? Or African American, I should call him. Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
Definitely, I used to know, but I don't know right now.
Okay.
Paris Hilton.
Paris Hill.
Paris Hilton.
That's Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton.
George W. Bush.
Right? This is that, isn't it? Oh, snap.
Looks like a guy who hates blacks.
Dick Cheney?
Pass.
Ronald Reagan? I don't know.
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay. It's Lindsay Love. That is K-Fed, whatever the f*** his name is.
Britney's, whatever.
I
got that pimp.
He's a pimp.
That is... Stephen Colbert. It's like Mexican?
Yeah, it was the general of like our defense or whatever.
George Lopez.
No, he's a Mexican guy.
It's Puerto Rican. I got no idea who he is.
Something like Gonzalez.
Yeah,
Something
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. I knew he was Mexican. All right.
Holy shit. It seems like the majority of us could get a PhD on Paris Hilton and K-Fed. When it comes to the things that should be the most common knowledge, we're all oblivious to it.
What appears to me is that we have a generation on the make, a generation of people who are very, very ambitious in a very material way.
Even for the best of students, they'll learn enough to get a good grade on the test, but it's in one ear and out the other.
Now it's more about testing, now it's more about evaluating students in a quantitative way.
Just like a business environment, we'll hold kids accountable. If there's high grades, it means profits. If there's low grades, it means we're not being profitable. And it's taking the life out of the classroom.
None of us care about anything that we've been learning in high school. They were just things I needed for a good grade.
I think that sets up students caring less about social issues because students are so involved with the quantitative aspects of their evaluation.
To be honest, a lot of kids I know probably don't give a shit about politics or what's going on, and if anything, kids could be aware, but no one really cares.
Kids don't care about learning information and achieving a higher ground through learning. They care about having the most friends and having the most girls and throwing the most parties, having everyone talking about them. Either that or being completely seduced by the video game.
You know, there's just less room to care about social issues. There's less room to care about Darfur. And
it's not like every time, oh, they're talking about Afghanistan, watch the TV, pay attention. This is what we should be learning. It's just some boring politics, change it. Boring news.
We as Americans just want to hear about America. What's going on in America? We didn't even know what Iraq was till the war started.
If there was a news story about some person that lived down the block from me, I'd be interested, but if it's about something happening all the way over there that I feel I have no connection with, I tend not to pay attention.
I guess I understand our apathy before 9/11. But now, after we have been attacked on our own soil, we should all be more aware of what's going on the other side of the world. But instead of teaching our youth about the Middle East, its history, and what's going on there, we were told,
today our nation saw evil.
Evil acts.
All you have done through that is teach hate, when it's hate that caused these heinous acts.
How many more President Bushes do we need? How many more wars like Iraq? How many more 9/11s to make us leave our pathetic state of apathy and finally become more aware?
I think it just takes more effort than most people are willing to exert at this point in their lives.
Nobody has been given a reason to care almost. It seems as though when you try to care, you're only mocked.
Well, whenever, like, you know, us as teenagers, whenever we get out there into the world, you know, yeah, we're not going to know what the hell's going on.
We are breeding a generation of future leaders who must one day take the responsibility of not only this nation, but the world at large.
Bush's, little famous speech, you woke a sleeping giant or whatever. And yeah, we were asleep. You know what? We didn't really wake up. We came out of our nap for a second.
I think your generation is interested. If they're not interested up front, it certainly percolates at some subconscious level that they're wondering what's going on with the world.
Nobody tries to change it and do something about it, and it's never going to stop.
As long as there are kids who are active and who do their best not to be oblivious, there is hope for the future.
You know what? I've experienced a lot of ignorance, witnessed even more apathy. But ultimately, it's our world and it's our future. If we don't make the changes, who will?